Friends, how many of us have them? Yes, guys, so you already know it's your girl, Tone Motivates, back with another episode. Today, we are going to talk about friends, how many of us have them, how many of us have fake friends, how many of us have so-called friends, or whatever you want to call it. Now, I will start this off by saying I have a bunch of childhood friends, literally people that I knew since I was 10 years old. Just basically growing up in the same neighborhood or whatever. We went to the same school together and all of that. So all of my closest friends I've known for the most part 10 plus years. And that goes back to my college friends and stuff too. So I take my friends very seriously, but with that being said, all of my friends weren't able to continue the journey with me. And little by little, my circle got smaller and smaller because simply put, everybody doesn't grow together. So I want to know, do your friends celebrate with you? Because my homegirls will call me like, hey, what you doing for your birthday? Okay, I found a flight. We out. And they will also hit me up like, girl, what is you up to? Like, you don't seem like yourself. You slipping. I need you to get it together. What do you need from me? All of that stuff. So I can really appreciate them because they don't only just celebrate with me, right? They're able to have fun. We could go drink, party, hit the city, but they're also going to support me when I am down, when I am low, and when I'm just in a rut and, not really looking past whatever it is that I might be going through. And that goes for anybody. So I really, really appreciate my friends for that. Shout out to my girlfriends and my guy friends too, because some of my guy friends are close. Like they are my brothers. Nothing could make us closer. I have a favorite cousin and literally he could be like, look, you are tripping and you needed to get it together. And I'd be like, I know, right, cousin? So when I say friends and stuff, it doesn't necessarily have to be just straight platonic friends. It could be, family that you consider friends as well. But, so, with telling you that you slipping and all of that, is it genuine? Are they like, look, you need to get it together. I'll come by. I'll help you straighten up. Or what do you need from me to get you back to your norm? Or do they kind of just like let you be? And then later on, you hear little smart remarks and, jokingly. Those ain't jokes. Those ain't jokes. Nope. My friends don't play like that. No. We're not about to sit here and ha yeah, girl, because remember that time? No, we don't do that. Okay. And if you genuinely care for your friends, you shouldn't be keying while throwing them under the bus on the low either. Okay. So, I don't really like that. People that make little smart remarks, whatever. I always kind of take heed to that because it's like, you meant it, so I stay away from that. And, another thing I want to know is, do your friends support you for free? So as an entrepreneur, I always post on social media and I really appreciate when my friends like, share, comment. It's just that engagement for me. A lot of times people just blow things off like, oh, well, this person is selling this or this person has this to offer, but I don't need that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. No. Anytime that I share anything that people have posted or have told me about, I share it because it might be somebody in my audience and my family and friends in my circle that might need their services. It's not just about me. So I've just always been an informative person. Like I can need a job and I will literally go and apply for the job and come home and be like, look, this job is hiring. That's just how I am. I feel like at the end of the day, whatever is for me is for me. So if they have 10 positions, what is it to hurt to tell somebody, hey, this job is hiring? I might not refer you, things like that. But if a person is looking for a job, that's their livelihood. Like, why not? I never really cared much for people that, basically sit on a high horse and look down at other folks, knowing that they could pull some people up with them. I am a firm believer that I am going to bring as many people with me as I can. Now, I am a firm believer as well that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? But you can always support people and just give them little pieces of information, and whatever they do with it, they do with it. But I truly believe that I get so many blessings and just positivity coming back tenfold in my life because I'm always positive. I'm always genuine. I always come from the heart. You could literally stab me in the back and it's like, you stabbed me in the back. I should have seen that coming. But love, light, and healing to you. I still wish you the best. Okay. Because it's no hate in my blood. I am on my own journey and my own path with my blinders on. And anything that somebody does to me is a reflection of them. How I respond is a reflection of me. So I literally like to say, kill them with kindness. That's as far as I'm going to go with that. Right. So people always think that they have to, spend something or put something up a material value for them to show that they're supporting their family, friends, or, entrepreneurs and all that. And that is not true. And, sometimes it sucks when people don't support you how you want them to, but that's another episode. Y'all can check that out. But, keep moving. If they support you, okay. A lot of times strangers support us more than other people. So it just is what it is. So how about y'all that got the friends that come through, but they always expect something from you, right? Every single time you see them or you see each other is something that they need from you materialistically. Whether it's a couple dollars, whether it's, let me borrow this, let me borrow that, let me do this, let me do that. Like it's never a situation where they just come through and just straight up it's just there to be there. It's like literally they think in their mind, oh my God, what can I ask her for when I go over there this time? Sometimes, people are just in hard spots and I get that. And I typically know when my friends are having a difficult time and I try to help in any way possible. But I also feel like, sometimes, I've had friends that because they look at me at where I'm at or that I'm making this amount of money or that I have these types of jobs that I automatically have the extra to just give and splurge and stuff like that. And a lot of times that's not the case. If you have more money, you have more problems. You have more bills. Your bills are more expensive typically and all of that. So, sometimes it can get frustrating because you're not thinking about what I might have to take care of or what I might have to do. And simply put, I look at it like if I don't got it, then I don't think nobody else got it either. And I'm not the one to go ask people for this and that. I just figure it out on my own. So sometimes it just gets to me why people feel like coming to you instead of figuring out on their own either. But again, to each his own. And if you are somebody that I care for, I typically will just help you out, but I will let you know like, all right, now you being a little too much. So with that being said, those people that always feel like they need something for you, do they avoid you when you're down? Like they're not even there. If you just went through a horrible breakup, are they going to bring you your favorite ice cream and cuddle with you and watch your favorite movie? Or they're going to be like, oh girl, please, we outside. We about to pick up the next dude. And do they help you mourn? Are they healthy in the way that they support you while you're mourning or going through a loss? Because that is huge for me. Like if I am like, oh my God, I'm dying and my friends don't check up on me, it's like, well, damn. Now, granted, all of us are bosses. We have things that we're doing. We all travel, all the extra stuff. But my homegirls, my closest homegirls, they make it a point to reach out to me. And it's never hard feelings because sometimes a person might not know, like I said, we have our lives. But when we do speak, we pick it up from wherever we left off at. It don't matter if it's been a month. It doesn't matter if it's been 6 months. It's still the same love. It's always the same love because they know that I give that in return, right? Now, those friends that be avoiding you when you down, they probably tend to like gaslight or, stuff like that. Now, this doesn't have to be present tense. This doesn't have to be right now. This could be old friends. This is what we're talking about. Let's just get it out there, all right? It's the new year, so let's let go of everything and keep it moving. What about the people that just, sit there and rev you up, rev, right? And then once you're exploding, your cup is running over. They're like, oh, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you acting like that? Like, nah, why I act like that. that. I really sat here for 15 minutes trying to swallow my pride and not let you bring me out of character. But now when I am the ferocious beast, you sitting there looking like a little bunny, like, oh my God, what's wrong with her? You know exactly what's wrong with me. And, even though I'm like pretty lighthearted and boisterous and all that, people could tell you I'm no nonsense. Like, you're not going to sit here and try to play me, especially when I'm on game. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to talk about this right now. I'm not the type to sweep nothing under the rug. You are not going to sit here and do whatever you want to me today and then call me in a week like nothing happened. Nah, we going to talk about this when we do speak, or we ain't going to talk. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot do the sweeping of the rug stuff. If you are wrong, you are wrong. It's about taking accountability. We are adults. Do what you have to do. And that's simply put, if you care for me, because if you don't, you're going to continue to do what you do, and I'm going to continue to not deal with your ass. So it's that simple. But do they talk positively about you to others? And that goes with saying, do they gossip? Because if they talk with you, they talk about you, baby, right? So my friends, we usually talking about getting this bag, where we going to travel. We might talk about guys a little bit, you know how girls do. But we never kicking nobody back in. We don't really care. It's like whatever. Like, they got their life, I got my life. I'm doing good, they doing good. Like, we straight, we all right. So I don't really get that. Like, it be a lot of hate out here, and I don't get why. And it's crazy because for the most part, your enemies are the people that you know. It's usually the people that are closest to you that do the grimiest shit. And it's so crazy to me, because it's like, you know, you were welcome into my home. You ate, you sat down with my family and stuff. Like, you spent time with my kids. You know what I mean? Like, you know a lot about me. I told you deep, dark secrets and stuff just for you to be an op and go snitch and say this and that and all that extra stuff. Like, who does that? But it'd be the same people that got a million things that you could literally just blurt out and put out about them, you know, and they the ones that want to sit here and call the kettle black. Like, honey, your kettle is cast iron, so black it's starting to turn purple, and you want to talk about my little kettle. Like, come on. I don't get it. But typically, if they are talking positively about you or about others, then they would typically talk positive about you to others and stuff like that. So I really love that. It's like, I just, you know, straight up just try not to be around negative people, period. It's like, what do you have for me? What could I possibly do for you? You know, and I like to be around friends to see if people act a certain way when they're around you, or y'all circle of friends, you know, in contrast to other friends. You know what I mean? And we all have our little groups. You know, you might have your ratchet friends, you have your work friends, you have your travel friends, all that's different groups. I definitely get that. But for the most part, I could kind of mix my groups. You know what I mean? So if I have a little get together, I could typically invite all of those ladies or whatever, or just the people, period. And we're going to be good. We all got businesses. We all work. We all got families. We got shit to lose. We ain't with the drama. We ain't in the streets. You know, we on the up and up. We're trying to do the best that we can for ours. And that's it. So typically I love to be around people like that, because it's like-minded, mentalities. I have been around people where it's like, oh my God, I got a new job. I'm so excited. Let's celebrate. And, you know, they're celebrating with me because I got the drinks and all of that. But, you know, they kind of got their nose tooted up. You know, they don't really care for me to have accomplished this. And I used to feel bad. Like, why aren't they happy for me? You know, like, they know that I bust my ass to get where I'm at, but I realize that they're not happy because they don't want nothing out of life. They're okay with, you know, whatever it is that they do. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to work at a fast food restaurant and make the most out of it and work up to manager and then eventually own a spot, or just, you know, stay on fries or whatever it is that you do, I am not knocking nothing that nobody does. We need somebody in every level of any business so that the leaders can move up and the people that don't want to do all of that can stay where they are. So if you're happy with clocking in and clocking out, whatever your case may be, I'm not knocking you. right? But I also feel as though if you are content where you are, you shouldn't knock somebody that strives to do more and more and more, because that's their path. You know, your path might be to be a soldier. They want to be a general. There's nothing wrong with that. We need soldiers in order to have generals, because if everybody want to be a general, then who's going to be the soldier? So a lot of the times it's just realizing the difference between the two and being happy with yourself. Because typically I see, regardless of what you're doing, if you're not happy with yourself, then you always got, well, why that person get this or why that person get that. But I also believe it's the divine timing, and that whatever is for us is ours, so I couldn't possibly go and take a job from you. You know what I mean? I can't take your man. You know what I mean? Your man was available before it was me. So if it wasn't me, it'd be somebody else. You know what I mean? This job is a job. I couldn't physically yank it out of your hands and say, oop, it's me. I'm her. I'm going to do it. No, you were probably performing poorly, or, doing something else that nobody else knows about, and they kind of, got sick of your shit. Whatever the case may be, that's them. We don't have nothing to do with that. But I'm just really getting sick of our culture specifically always like bashing or downplaying somebody because they do this or that. That ain't right. I don't care for that at all. And that's why I try to uplift women, men, all together as much as I can, because I feel like it's needed. Because they have so many things going on. And a lot of the times people don't have solid people in their corner. So I tell people all the time that I'm here for you. I care for you. I support you from afar. I let you know when I can assist. I let you know when I need time to myself. And simply put, I'm going to help with whatever I feel like helping with. You're not going to have to ask. And I just hope and consistently pray that my friends are the same way with me. Because I am stubborn, honey. I am working on boundaries and discerning, but I am also working on asking for help when I need it. And as of right now, I kind of suck. So I'm just trying to do better. But do you let your friends walk all over you, or are there boundaries? Are you respectfully telling them what they not gonna do? Because I will. And sometimes it might just be that time. Everybody not here to last with you and stay forever and all that stuff. Sometimes people are literally just there to teach you a lesson or be there for that moment. They're not there to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And that's just life, right? So I want to know what type of friends y'all got in the comments. You can comment or review. You can always drop an email at shadesoftonepodcast@gmail.com or on all social media platforms. You can always hit me. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If there's anybody that needs to hear this message, by all means, please get that message to them, because after all, it's always love. Peace. To respond to a question, make a suggestion for an episode, to be a guest, or give feedback, reach out to us at info@tonemotivates.com. You can also find us on social media at Tone Motivates on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and at Shades_of_Tone_ on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can find us at tonemotivates.com, where all of those links are as well.